Hi everybody, I have been asked by several other Avon representatives to share a video on how I organize my office. So here we go. Just real quick, a little about me. I've been an Avon representative since July of 2016. I'm a mom of 3 and grandma of 5, and I absolutely love crocheting, spending time with my family, and running my Avon business. I've never enjoyed anything more than running my Avon business. I have very detailed computer files, so I'm going to go into those real quick and show you some of them. I have taken out all the names so that everything is very private for my team. I have on my team tracking, I will take all of my 2016 personal sales and my 2017 personal sales and then my team sales and for each year, and keep each one of those in there so that I can tell my improvement, how much I have improved each time, each campaign, for personal sales and my team sales. I have another spreadsheet that shows all of my personal goals for my business. I hit 3 out of my 5 this time, and I'm still working and close to the other 2, so there's still hope of hitting those this year. I then take each of my team members, I have them listed in here in the spreadsheet where I can keep track of their total sales for each campaign. So that way, like with mine, you can see that I was getting really close to President's Club, which for anybody that's not Avon, that's what they call when you hit 10,000 in sales in one calendar year. And then you will earn 40% off of your sales, minimum 40% off your sales the following year. So this allows me to track each and every person's sales and how they've done, when they started with Avon, placed their first order, when they went inactive or quit placing orders, when they're expected to start placing. And then it also brings it over here and totals up all of the campaigns. It'll total up each person's for that campaign total and my total for the year. And then I have my leadership comparison template. I don't remember where I got this from, but I got it from someplace online and can share it if anybody needs it. Any of my spreadsheets I can share if anybody is interested in them. I keep track of my personal sales, unit sales, the total of the 2 together compared to the previous year, and then what the difference is, and then the percentage of difference, my earnings, the sponsor bonuses, for some reason I don't have that totaled up, my total earnings, and then any earnings from the previous year and the difference, and then how many orders were placed, how many team members I have and what the percentage of orders was, and then how many team members I have in leadership. And then I have my sales averages. This is information that we get when you're in leadership. You've got access to Vibe, and this is the information that we get at the end of every campaign. I take the campaign, how many additions I had, team size, team orders, my order activity, the total team orders, the average order size, and leadership sales. And I keep that for each and every campaign so I can see where I'm doing better and can look back on my progress and see what I did different that made it more successful. And I also keep to the side of that the national average for team sales and the averages for order activity so that I can see where I fit nationally with my percentages. And then I keep track of my leadership earnings so that I've got all of that each time. I do a invoice breakdown each and every campaign that will show me each item that I ordered, what my customers have ordered, what I ordered for myself, what business tools I ordered, and then what my cost was on it. And then I take that information and put it over here into my tax deduction, so that that way I can keep track of all of my business tools, any business card printing, postage, advertising, office supplies, all of that, so that I can keep track of it for the end of the year. And then I have also, I like to keep track of incentives for all of my team. So they have, Avon has a new incentive starting in campaign 1. That is for, it goes along with the Aspira, which is a new health and wellness line that Avon is rolling out. And they are giving away Aspira branded business tools for meeting certain sales goals. So I have each and every team member set up with what their goal is, which I only left my name on there for privacy. So my goal is 1,268. That's what my base sales were. I need to have an increase of 2,000 to get all of them. So we'll put in here, let's say I had 1,000 in sales. I'm 268 from starting that increase. So that way I can keep track of it for each and every team member that I have, and cheer them on and let them know who's meeting the goals and that sort of thing. And I do that for each and every incentive I will set up. I don't have the names taken out of this one, so I'm not going to open it up. But I like to keep track of each and every incentive so I can cheer on my team, and it makes them feel good to know that, you know, I'm cheering them on and helping them. Or at least I hope it does. Under my Avon folder, I've got previous year, current year stats, incentives, any notes, product information, coaching papers, anything and everything that I would need for my business, I have there. I've got a folder for my meeting presentations, my coaching, stuff I have on my team page. We're still learning about the Aspira, so I have a folder for everything I've learned off of it. And that's pretty much everything on my desktop. So we will go back into here to start looking around my office now. Just a basic look. This is from the door when you come in. I've got my orders, my desk, my working desk, and then I've got all of my storage areas over here. One of the main things that you have to have when you are working a business is you have to have something to work for, and you have to have something to show what you have achieved. So on one side of me, I have all of my goals that I have for the year. They may be personal goals, like my husband being able to retire, or business goals, like hitting a $100 leadership check. And it's all over here. It's also got incentives, the cruise that Avon's working on right now, the Drive Like a Boss that just wrapped up, that I've got 3 entries into a 2017 Mini Coupe convertible. I'm anxiously awaiting next week to see if I get it. And then I have the goals that I have already achieved. Like I had a goal of 40 customers. I've got almost 100. I've hit over 25,000 in team sales. And those are just my different goals, so that I can look back when I'm having a bad day and say, okay, you know what? Things may be slow, but look at everything I have accomplished already. So it's good to have those to remind you why you're working and how far you've come. Orders and brochures. As soon as you walk in my office, there's the old dressing table that I keep all of my orders and brochures on. My business is primarily ran out of my home. We've only got 1 car, and so I don't have access to a vehicle during the day. Most of my customers happily come to me to pick up their orders or get new books and that sort of thing. So as soon as you walk in my office, I've got all of the orders right there. Somebody comes in, I can grab their order. I've got the receipt stapled or down in the bag so that I can easily see how much they owe. I've got all of my books ready to go. All of that right there, so that it's quick and easy for my customers when they come in. My desk, I deliberately took this picture kind of off to the side so that it would protect my team members' names and information. On these index cards right here, these are all of the different ordering schedules. And each order schedule has the team members that have to place an order that day. So I can go in and tell all of my customers that have to place an order on Monday, hey, you've got an order due today, and that sort of thing. That's one of my goals, to start working more on doing that is the coming year. The yellow index cards over here on the side, I like to keep track of all of my team member sales for the campaign. So that way I can get a visual goal of where we're at without pulling up my computer every time. And the blue one down here on the end, right here, Avon has what they call a Kickstart program for their new team members in their first 90 days, and they have set goals for them to meet. That index card helps me to keep track of who has met their goals, who is on what goal, how close they are to hitting it, that sort of thing. I also keep on my desk, I have about 400 leads that I work continuously. So I have taken, we had some system outages and I couldn't get in to follow up with them. So I decided I had to come up with an easier way to follow up with all of my leads. I have taken the number of leads that I had, divided them out. I wrote down, it took quite a while, but I wrote down how many I had per letter of the alphabet, and then figured up an average. And that's how I have all of my leads. I do so many letters every day of the week. So that way I know, okay, the system's down, but it's Wednesday, it's a follow-up day. So these are what I need to work on doing. I also have my group page that I have for my customers. I did a poll on there when I started it, asking them what products they were most interested in. I then took the results of that and jotted them all down so that I know what products to gear towards my customers and followers on that group. I know their top products were bath and body, so that's what I'm going to promote the most. The things they weren't interested in were the jewelry, the mark, and the fashion. So I won't promote those as much. And then I also have the Avon phone numbers all handy because my grandkids like to play on my phone a lot, so I don't always have easy access to it. And then if a team member needs it, I've got them all right here, easy to access and help my team members or myself if I need them. I then have a shelf up on my desk that I keep all of my little things on it. I have my Avon mug that I have all of my pens, Sharpies, marker, highlighters, that sort of thing in. I have 3 index card boxes that are like this. One, I have actually had to increase it to a recipe box so that it was larger and would hold more. I have one of them, the one up here in the top corner, up here is for any of the closed leads that I have. This big blue one is all of my current leads. And then this one is all of my current team members. I also keep fundraising information, the basics of fundraising, that sort of thing in here. I have also got blank index cards so that if I get a new lead, I have them right there, easy to access. I have a thing of lined sticky notes. I've got my business cards. I've got blank envelopes, that sort of thing, all right there, easy access. In my file cabinet directly beside me, I have the top drawer. I have, if I buy like little gifts throughout the year, I will tuck them in that drawer. And then I also have snacks because I've always got grandkids coming in while I'm working, wanting something to eat. So I've got little snacks and stuff in there. And then in the bottom drawer, I keep envelopes just like this that have each and every campaign. And in each envelope, when I open it up, I find my stats for that campaign, which is how many editions I had, how many team members, all of that, just like the file I showed you on my computer. I keep that. I have all of my customer receipts, that I staple those together and keep them in there. And then I'm going to do this one without showing you the bottom part of it. This is where I keep track of orders, what generation they're in, what order schedule they're on, and I keep track of all of that. And then I also will have my invoice, and underneath of that I keep my payment information, but I had customers pay with their credit card, so I'm covering all of that. But I will mark when I made a payment, how much I paid, if it was a customer credit card, whose it was, that sort of thing. And then I keep the invoice so I have it handy. I also have the What's New book, which is a demo book for Avon representatives so that we can shop products before you guys can, so you can see them beforehand. And then I keep the core brochure. So that way, when I am wanting to look back and say, okay, why was that campaign not so good? I can see exactly what was in the book, what I should have demoed, what I did demo, and that sort of thing. And I've got all of my stats for my team and everything right there together. I also take on the inside of the envelope, I don't know if you can see that, but I will put how many brochures are in a case, because that is how I order all of my brochures. And then when I get all of that done, I just drop it right back down into the file drawer so that I have everything kept together for easy reference if I ever need it. And that's a tip that I learned from my coach when I was going through the coaching program. I also have on the top of my desk, I have a file rack that any campaigns that I do not have the full information of, like for instance, right now, I have completed my campaign 26, but it has not closed out nationally yet, so I only have partial information, so it is up there. And then when it closes out and I have full information, like my team stats over here, I will put everything in there and then close it and put it in my drawer. I also keep some of my personal financial files up there as well. My order organizer, it is an antique desk organizer that my grandpa used to have in his store many, many years ago. On one end, I have all of our current brochures that I can order out of. In the middle, I have my calendar, and I have my personal bill information that I have up there. I've also got my order book, I've got bank envelopes, and I've got my receipts, so that any orders that I have that I've got to place next time, I've already got them entered into the computer and I have them up there ready to go. The last part of my desk, I have a binder for every different aspect of my business. I have one that is my personal stuff. It's any returns that I've done. It is any tax receipts, any business supplies that I've ordered, anything like that goes in that binder. I also have one that is all things leadership. It has to do with my team and earnings and that sort of thing. And then I have one that is all fundraising. I guess the fundraising goes that way. And inside of it, I keep each and every fundraiser flyer that we have. So that way, if I am set up someplace, I can easily, and somebody's, wanting to know about it, I have everything right there in one easy place. And I also keep track of any holiday ones, any special ones. I keep track of those. So if it's off season, I can show them what we've done in the past. And then I also do a breakdown of the profit chart that has each fundraiser that we offer, and then what the selling cost is, the product cost, and then I break down the earnings that I would give to the organization or individual person, and then what my earnings would be off of it, and then I break it down by if they sold 100, 250, 500, 750, or 1,000 of them, how much they could make. And then I also keep track of any fundraiser information, any fundraisers that I do, I keep all of that information. And the flyer that goes with that is right there with it. So that's what I keep in my fundraiser binder. And every time I set up someplace, I take this with me. I have a leadership development program. Avon is absolutely amazing at training their representatives and their leadership reps. And they offer, when you hit Bronze Ambassador, which is basically the third level of leadership, they offer you a completely free coaching program. And I absolutely love it. It's because of that coaching program that I'm able to come to you to do this video, because I was very self-conscious about doing them. But everything I learned in that is in that binder. And then I have another one that is all of my customer sales tools. When I first open it up, I have my Boss Life flyer, and I have information about becoming a representative, the Kickstart, the Daily Care flyer, and then it all goes into different product information to help my customer pick what product works best for them. I've got the moisture therapy line, I've got the NutraFX, the Anew Clean, all of the Anew skincare products. I have the necklace charts for picking the perfect necklace. I have different fit charts for finding the perfect fit for my customer. And then I have the fragrance charts so that they can pick what kind of fragrance they like. This is the other book that goes with me every time I set up someplace. So if I don't know the answer, I've got it in my book right here, and we can look it up together. Storage for my samples. I decided in 2018 I was really going to ramp up my sales with the use of samples. So I ordered a whole bunch last time, and then I could not figure out what to do with them. So I dug some old drawers out that I used to have, and I have labeled all of those and sorted all of my samples. I have my fragrances all in one. I have my lipsticks, and I do my lipsticks a little bit different because they are just these little tiny things, and they are, for other reps, you know how hard they are to read. So I attached each one to my business card, and then on each one I put what type it is, the color, the product number, and the regular price of it. So when they use this, they have all of that information, and they're not trying to read that teeny tiny print on the side of the lipstick. It's all written right there, easy for them to see, with all of my contact information right there with it. And then above my lipstick samples, I have all of my nail polishes, and I'm working on getting a collection of nail polish and completing the nail wheels so that I have those to put out. And then I have all of my Anew skincare, my NutraFX skincare, and then Avon is coming out with the regimen samples, which is a 3-2-pack, like the Skin So Soft ones. And I have all of those in another drawer. The little blue basket, you can see just a little bit of at the top. It has got my foundation samples for like the Ideal Nude and the True Color Ideal Flawless. It's got the samples of that up in the very top of it. My business cards, I have 2 different kinds. They are right there on my bookcase. Easy to get, easy to see which ones I'm grabbing. I have one that is everyday use, which was this one right here. And then I have another one that it has just got very basic information for ordering off of my website, and for if somebody wanted to sign up to sell Avon, it has that information on there as well. I use it so if I'm ever traveling, or my family and I every once in a while like to go geocaching, and we can put those in the container. It has no personal information, but it has information of how somebody can buy or sell Avon with me. Product storage, I have one shelf that is just my testers and my personal stock. Some of these items come out for vendor events for customers to see and try. Like the moisture therapy bottles over on the side, I have the pumps I keep in those, so I take them with me so that customers can try it, feel it, see how they like it. And then I also have like some of my other Senses lotions. Those go with me. Some of my perfumed lotions, that sort of thing I take with me. The cologne, I bought that for my husband. He actually liked the Wild Country better because it reminds him of his dad. So I have the bottle of Alpha that I use as a tester, and that sort of thing. And then I have the A boxes and that sort of thing I can show to my customers to let them see what all's in them and what they look like. Below that, I have, over here I have picture frames that have got like the Wild Country boot that we've been selling, the Rory the Lion fundraiser, the Boss Life flyer, just different flyers that I want to put out for my customers to grab attention. And then I have in the first bucket, I have got my display items. I've got my necklace display, I've got a earring display, I've got a little hand that I can put bracelets or rings on it. I've got like the moisture therapy bottle, and I've got a Skin So Soft bottle that take pumps. Those are in there, that sort of thing. In the first green tote that's there, I like to go above and beyond for my customers. So every time a new person, I get a new customer, when I'm bagging their order, I go over and I grab a one of those envelopes, and it has a thank you card for shopping with me and a couple of my business cards so they can share them with family and friends. And that goes in every new customer's order. And it's something so simple that I get them at the Dollar Tree, so it's like 8 of them for $1. It's something so simple, but I have had so many customers that tell me that has made all the difference in sticking with me as their representative. The red one, I have our order books. I have a couple of them that have already got my information in them for me to use. And then I've got a couple in there that are for new representatives that need them, or for my try it kits that I give people that are considering signing up. And in the last one, I have the little mini recruiting books that I can give out. And I'm going to start sending welcome cards to my new team members. And so I have some of those over there ready to go. I just have to put their name and address and a stamp on, and they're ready to go out. On my other bookcase, I have 2 boxes of brochures, and I actually need to get a third one started. I have one box that is unlabeled, so if I have a team member that is close to me that is just getting started, and let's say they want to do a book toss, I have a whole bunch of clean books, unlabeled, that they can put their information on them and toss them. I also have a bunch that have one full box plus the stack there at the side that are labeled with my information. But I can keep those on hand so that if I have a customer come here and I absolutely do not have any books, I can give them one of those and say, look, I know these prices may not be accurate. Look through it, tell me what you want. I will find you the best possible price I can. And it at least gets a book in their hands rather than saying, sorry, I don't have anything. And then I can also use those if I have a team member that's wanting to do a book toss again and they want more books, they can easily mark through or cover up my information and use those books as well. Product shelves, I've got 2 shelves that I use for different products that I can sell, or as in the case with the Aspira products down here, I can make samples out of. I can't sell them, but I can make samples with them. So I have all of that close by so that if I have a customer get a hold of me and needs a product, I can easily glance from where I'm sitting at, look at my shelf and say, okay, yes, I have that in stock. Would you like to come and pick it up? So, you know, I keep all of that nice, neat, organized so that everything's ready to go and I can tell at a glance if I have something for a customer. My bag storage, this is what seems to catch everybody's eye to where they wanted me to make my video. I have a pegboard that I used to use when I was crocheting because I'd make a lot of granny square blankets, and I could take the granny squares and attach them on there, and it would keep them all stretched to the same size for when I put them together. Well, when I started selling Avon, I decided that would be a perfect place to organize all of my bags. So I have my shopping bags hanging there. I have my small, medium, and large. And then I have the clear literature bags, and my ring sizers are hanging for the men's rings and the women's rings. And then down below those, I have my popcorn or paper bags, and they are the extra large, large, and medium, and the wire, just a wire letter rack. And then in the little green bucket, I have my small ones. And then in the blue basket next to it, I have a couple of try it kits. I need to refill them with samples, but they have samples, a couple brochures, order book, a recruiting book, and I need to get my instructions for using them put in there. And then those are ready to go to anybody that's thinking about joining, but they're not real sure how they'll do. And then any orders they collect, that is their first order if they choose to sign up. And the other thing I like with how my office is set up now is before, when I would have somebody come to the house and I would sign them up or do a training, we were cramped at my little desk. By doing it this way, I have my brown table here that we can set up. I can put the computer on one end. I can do a consultation with a customer. I've got plenty of room for my binder to have my e-store up. I've got all of my samples close by. And I can do a consultation. I can place an order for a customer, all of that with plenty of room. And if I have a new team member that comes here to sign up or wants to do a training, I've got plenty of room to do all of that without being crowded in one small area. So I actually like it being this way. And if I ever need to have that space, anytime I need to work one-on-one with somebody, I have the room to do that now. The added bonus with rearranging my room this way is my grandkids, whenever they're here, there is plenty of room now. They can play. I can be keeping an eye on them. I don't have my back turned to them like I did before, and I can easily just lean from my computer, see what they're doing. The love seat is there so that if I have family wants to come in, talk while I'm working, they can sit down, relax. The grandkids can get up there and watch their videos or play with their dolls, toys, whatever. And there's plenty of room. That's all that I have on my organization in my office. Like I said, if you are an Avon representative and you want to use any of my files on my computer, let me know. I can send them to you. If there's anything else I can help you with as far as organizing, just feel free to ask me. I'm in no way a professional at organizing. I like to have everything around me very easy to get a hold of and very well organized. If you're interested in buying or selling Avon, you can shop my website at www.amymajor.avonrepresentative.com. You can shop there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and have the order shipped directly to your door anywhere in the United States. If you're interested in joining Avon, you can visit the above website and select Sell Avon, or you can visit startavon.com, and if asked for a reference code with either one of those, be sure to enter my name in all capital letters. It's Amy Major, no spaces, all capitals, and that will connect you directly onto my team. If there's anything I can do to help you any further or answer any questions, feel free to contact me. Thank you and have a great day.